But the one thing we know about him is he can absolutely throw, and every punch he throws has a purpose.
Oh, everything he throws has got 100% power behind it. He's got cannons on his arms, really, really heavy-handed. His Baptista de Sousa, he puts everything he has into each weapon that he throws. And, you know, he's kind of like a Jekyll and Hyde. You know, one fight we saw him and he looked like he wasn't ready and he got knocked out. The next fight we saw him knock out the #1 guy in Super League. So I think that he's going to be good tonight, and Cocco's going to have to keep his hands up.
Yeah, I don't know if he can be spectacular in a loss, but that's what he was, because battling Yuri Mes, that was just a fun fight to watch. Both guys really swinging for the fences. And, you know, Baptista looked good early, but later on it was the young man Yuri Mes knocking out Baptista, but then later on he came back with a nice win as well, as you mentioned. So, I mean, this guy has a lot of tools, a lot of skill. He is a little bit wild sometimes, and he can get caught because of that, but for the most part, he's a lot of fun to watch.
Oh, he's definitely fun to watch. A lot of power, and you know, every time he fights, there's always dynamite involved.
And the man in the blue corner from Italy, Roberto Cocco.
And his opponent tonight from Italy, Roberto Cocco. Last time we saw him, you know, he was looking great in this fight, but about halfway through round 3, you can start seeing him wearing down. Just got tired against Yuri Zak and ended up losing to Yuri Zak by decision. It was a tough decision because it was a fight he looked like he was going to win.
Oh, you know, he definitely has a lot of skills. You know, he's underrated. He hits pretty hard, and he's slippery. He's hard to hit. So, I mean, he's going to be a challenge for Baptista de Sousa tonight, only because he's very, very hard to hit. On the other side, like you said before, we did see him lose his last fight, and that simply seems like he didn't prepare enough, he didn't do enough road work for that fight. Otherwise, he would have had that fight. So I'm expecting to see a good show here from Roberto Cocco.
And Griffin, you know how it is when you have a fight like that, and you said the best, you know, he's probably coming back now. He's probably put in that road work, and he's not going to have that problem again. It only takes one time to have a fight like that and to change your career around.
Oh, you know, it's interesting in the fight game. You can have a lot of success, and then all of a sudden that success goes to your head, and you don't train as well as you should, and you go in the ring and you lose. And then that lights a fire under a fighter again, you know. And sometimes, you know, sometimes a loss can be good for your career. It can make you a better fighter.
The man in the red corner, 31 years of age. He's from Brazil. 178 tall by weight of 76.6 kilo. He has only 2 losses after 31 fights and 18 KOs on his name. The 98 WACO Pro champion of South America. In the year 2000, he was the WACO Pro Intercontinental Champion. And ladies and gentlemen, the 2004 WACO Pro Champion of the World, Moises Baptista, GB de Sousa.
GB getting a great ovation here. There's 15,000 people in the crowd here tonight, and they're all here to watch Super League.
And then in the blue corner, the man in the blue corner, he's since 5 days, 28 years of age. He's from Italy, 181 tall by weight of 75.7 kilo. He has 85 fights on his record, 69 wins, 29 came by way of KO, only 15 losses and 1 draw. The 2 times ISKA champion of the world, the WPKC Intercontinental Title Boxing champion, and the UWKF Kick and the WKN Thai Boxing champion of the world, Roberto, the Godfather Cocco.
All right, you get a good look there at Cocco, as well as the sold-out crowd, as Clifton mentioned.
And the referee in this fight, Mr. Rick Cocco.
There's our referee tonight, and this should be an interesting battle. You hear Cocco 69-15. I mean, he's been in a lot of fights. Nothing's really going to surprise him tonight as he battles Baptista de Sousa. Should be a good battle.
Yeah, you know what, to be honest, I think Cocco's got a lot of skills, and the only thing that is his enemy sometimes is himself. I mean, I think that anything that his opponents throw at him, he's seen before and he can defend, and it's just a matter of if he's trained hard enough for the fight tonight.
We shall see what happens, and of course, throughout the entire night tonight, we will be scoring the fight here at the broadcast booth. Clifton, of course, has his Clifton's card, as we always do here on Super League, and we will score each round by round as we go. Touch of gloves, and we're underway. Should be a very entertaining battle. Moises Baptista de Sousa taking on Roberto Cocco from Italy. And you mentioned Cocco. He's so slippery. You know, he's a tough guy to hit. Maybe a little bit of an unorthodox style, the way, maybe it's just timing, but he's always a very slippery fighter.
You can see he's actually adjusted since the last time that we saw him fight. His guard has changed a little bit. Maybe it's just to prepare himself for the barrage of punches he's expecting from Jibby here tonight.
For our first time, those viewing here on the Fight Network, Super League action, you'll hear some music in the background. Clifton, talk a little bit about that.
Well, that music is the traditional Thai boxing music. It's played in fights live by a band when in Thailand, and they've taken it as part of the culture here in Super League to support the fighters. The music would speed up and slow down according to how the fighters are fighting, and it sort of puts the fighters in a trance, gets them concentrated on what's happening inside the ring.
All right, so early stages here in the first round, and both fighters kind of filling each other out. You see, I believe Cocco's going to have the reach advantage in the fight, and we mentioned de Sousa. He can land so many powerful shots in a fight. He'd love to dig in and hammer Cocco tonight.
We've seen Jibby miss with a big, wild left hook earlier on. He's always trying to take the opponent's head off.
You know, and we mentioned that at the top. I mean, he's got such a powerful style, but sometimes that style leaves himself open.
Well, indeed. I mean, when you're swinging for the fences all the time, and one, it can make you tired, and two, it can leave your hands down, and that's when your opponent can capitalize with a counter shot, as we saw when he fought against Yuri Mess.
Good knee to the body there in the clinch by Baptista. Both fighters very patient here early on. Two relaxed fighters. You have as many fights as Baptista's had, and especially as Cocco's had. Both these guys, you can just tell, are seasoned veterans.
Nice little kick there by Roberto Cocco, and as you said, they're both feeling each other out.
Baptista 29-2 as a professional. Cocco 69-15. Both fighters have competed all over the world at a very high level. Cocco, an ISK champion. He's also won a WUKFK title. Very good in Muay Thai, and de Sousa, a South American champion. So both these fighters have had championship-type fights.
Yeah, in order for any fighter really to be in Super League, you've had to have qualified by winning a title that's recognized throughout the world, and that's the only way that you get to compete. Super League is a Champions League. Everybody who's in here is earned it.
You see the referee there, it was a low blow. What does that do? The referee, you saw him pull him up in the air.
All the referees pull him up in the air trying to get the air back in his lungs and his stomach. When you get hit in the groin, sometimes you can get winded, and just by shaking the person and letting them jump up and down, you get a little bit more oxygen.
Super League may have the toughest referees we've ever seen. I mean, they just pick up the fighters like they weigh 10 pounds. It's amazing.
You know what? One thing I got to say, sometimes I'm more afraid of the referees than my opponents.
All right, let's show you some of the action here in round number one. De Sousa with a couple nice low leg kicks. We saw that throughout the first round from him. Cocco did a nice job of countering. Nice block there. Fires in the left. Both fighters, though, I tell you what, they really didn't land a lot of clean shots. I mean, it's a typical first round where trying to fill each other out, see what they got. Nice knee there by de Sousa. Cocco follows with the left hook.
You get a shot of the tattoo of Jibby as he's in the corner getting instruction from his trainer.
Tell you what, we will take a quick break. We will come back, get ready for round two between de Sousa and Cocco. Super League action right here on the Fight Network. And welcome back. Get ready for the start of the second round between Moises Baptista de Sousa taking on Roberto Cocco from Italy. And after one round, Clifton, how do you score the fight?
Well, to be honest, I didn't find any fighter to really exert any domination, so I'm just going to call that round a draw and say we're even going into round two.
All right, so Clifton's card has it even through one as we get set here for round number two. And you can just see de Sousa digging in, trying to land that big right hand. Nice shot by Cocco there to tie him up.
De Sousa is definitely a gambler. I mean, he's either going to take you out or he's going to get taken out, and that's his style of fighting. I mean, you can't knock him for going in the ring and trying to win. A lot of times fighters going in, they're afraid to sort of take those chances because they're more concerned about losing. But it seems to me that everything he throws is with the baddest of intentions.
De Sousa, the Brazilian in the blue shorts. Cocco in the black shorts with the yellow trim.
You see that big wild miss there again by Gibby.
When he can land that shot, he can knock anybody out, but sometimes, as we've seen in the past, he does get knocked out trying to throw those shots. Nice body shot there. You can hear that. Great right hand to the body, and he would love to stand right in the center, just throw.
There's that slipperiness I was talking about with Cocco. Even though Gibby has got really good hands, he's able to avoid them well, slipping and moving and countering. He's prepared well for this fight, I could tell.
And what is it about Cocco that makes him so hard to hit? I mean, what does he do? Because you're right, a lot of guys have a tough time trying to catch him.
I don't know. I mean, he might be cross-training with a little bit of boxing, or it could be a combination of his footwork, or he might just have really, really good reflexes, you know. But you can see that when his opponent's trying to hit him, he's able to slip and move and get under them and counter really, really well. It's one of his specialties, Roberto Cocco.
You know, it's funny. I did a fight recently with former heavyweight champion James Toney, and he's the master of slipping punches. And I look at Cocco, and I just see a guy that, you know, he's. Now, I don't want to compare him similar to James Toney because Toney has so much power, but the bottom line, Cocco is so evasive. He doesn't take a ton of shots. You see Baptista now fall down to the ground trying to land a high kick, and he's so elusive in there. It's amazing.
Yeah, it can be frustrating when you're fighting an opponent like that. I mean, they can make you look bad. You're trying real hard. You end up overshooting because you're frustrated. You start trying to hit harder, and then you miss even worse. So Cocco's really, really good at being evasive, and it makes it frustrating for his opponents.
And there you see Baptista just kind of a little bit of a takedown there, and Cocco right back to his feet.
It's interesting, though. I mean, the last time we saw Cocco fight, he was very aggressive in the first couple of rounds, and this time he seems to be studying more, taking his time. Maybe he doesn't want to walk into one of those crazy shots by Baptista de Sousa.
So round two here, and once again, been a tough time to score this fight. I would say de Sousa's been the aggressor clearly, but you can see another shot blocked there by Cocco. Nice knee coming in there by Cocco. Crowd right now pretty quiet as we end round two. They're waiting for a little bit more action as we are as well here at the broadcast table. But Cocco does a nice job of slipping those punches, as we mentioned. Baptista trying to land those big body shots. He has not been able to land that many, though.
You know, two things can happen when your opponent is very hard to hit. One, you start trying to hit really, really hard. Or two, you stop throwing it. I mean, when we see fighters fight in boxing against a guy like Roy Jones Jr., a lot of times that happens. As the fights progress, they throw less and less. And so that makes it a little bit boring for the crowd, but good for the person who's not getting hit.
Baptista trying some wild kicks, and they were just that wild. They weren't even close to really landing. Cocco makes him pay with a decent combination there. Both fighters have been fighting a lot in the clinch. Give you another look here. Cocco closing the distance, gets a leg kick in, nice combination. Very close round once again. We'll come back with round three coming up right after this. And welcome back to the Koenig Pilsener Arena for more Super League action. We're here in Germany. Ryan Bennett, Clifton Brown, as we get ready for round three between Roberto Cocco taking on Moises Baptista de Sousa from Brazil. And it's been a tough fight for you to score, Clifton, as we look at another Clifton's card.
Well, you know what? Again, I would have had to give a slight edge to Cocco, but not enough to give him that round. So to be honest, I think it was another draw. So we got two draws in the first two rounds.
Even fight through two on Clifton's card. It'll be interesting to see how the official judges score this fight tonight. And bottom line, it's anybody's fight to win as we enter the third round. And right away, Baptista trying to go up high and land a leg kick, but he's had that problem of trying to land clean shots, and that's the great part about Roberto Cocco. He makes you miss a lot, and that's been the difference so far in this fight. Knee there by Cocco, partially blocked by Baptista. Another knee lands that time to the midsection. That knee was a little low. The referee will break him up and let him battle it out.
Oh, big uppercut there by Baptista. Beautiful.
Baptista felt the power there. De Sousa immediately clinched and landed a couple short knees. But you're right. I mean, anytime, any minute, Baptista can land that big shot that can turn an entire fight.
Nice combination there by Cocco. Beautiful.
Nice right hand. And Sousa tries to counter there with the left, but he got popped pretty good. Now Cocco's starting to land some of those combinations that he did not land in the first couple rounds.
You can see, I think he's starting to feel comfortable, settle down into the fight now, and he's got his range and his timing. He's the one that's going forward. Misses a jumping knee there, but he's doing well. I think he's starting to pick it up a little bit.
If you're in the corner of Baptista, what do you tell him right now?
To be honest, I tell him, you know you have that big power, but try not to use it all the time. You got to set things up a little bit, Use a little bit of light jab and then come through with that booming right hand or your left hook, but try not to make it as obvious that you're trying to take him out.
I mean, how much energy does it take out of you when you're throwing that many big bombs? Because I agree, because right now Baptista looks so much more flat-footed when he's landing these shots. I mean, it takes a lot to throw those bombs, doesn't it?
Oh, definitely. And I mean, you can see he is starting to tire a little bit. When you miss, it takes even more energy because there is no energy transfer to you in that target there, and you start getting more and more tired when you're missing. So you got to try to land on the target. Whether you hit the block or not, it's better than missing into the air.
Absolutely. Baptista slowed down quite a bit now in this third round. He's not really bouncing on his toes like he was in the first couple rounds, and right now Cocco continues to move forward. It's interesting. We were talking about Cocco's last fight where conditioning was a factor. It looks like his conditioning is in much better shape this time around, and now it's Baptista that looks a little bit slower.
It's interesting to see their contrasting styles as well. When Cocco's attacking, it's very, very smooth, very, very slithery delivery, and then Baptista's these big bombs being thrown and not landing any of them.
What a good round there for Roberto Cocco, starting to wear down Moises Baptista de Sousa. And that's the end of round number 3. You hear the corner right now talking to Baptista. They got to be a little bit concerned as we show you some of the action here. And you mentioned those combinations by Cocco.
It's beautiful. I mean, his timing, his rhythm is really, really smooth. He's able to land on the target very crisply. Oh, that knee just off the chin there of Baptista de Sousa. Very close to landing on the button.
Very, very good round from the young man from Italy. Roberto Cocco might have won the first definitive round of the fight. The first couple rounds have been so close.
I definitely have to agree. I gave that round to Cocco.
We will take a quick break. We'll come back with round number 4. Moises Baptista de Sousa and Roberto Cocco right here on the Fight Network. We are getting set for round 4 of this fight, and right now, that man might be scratching his head a little bit. Moises Baptista de Sousa hearing from his corner. If you're in his corner, what are you telling him right now, Clifton?
Tell him to relax, deep breathe, I'm sure, and then tell him, just keep your head in the game. Don't be too concerned about trying to knock him out. Just score your points.
And I think you said it best. I mean, he's so concerned about that one-punch knockout that, we talked about earlier. He's burning a lot of energy. And the bottom line is, I think you said it best. Knockouts don't come from just one shot. It's the shot that you're not expecting that can really knock out an opponent.
Usually it's the one that you don't see. I mean, almost every time the opponent gets knocked out, it's usually from that punch. You're not seeing it, you're not expecting it, and boom, it hits you on the button. Otherwise, if you saw it, you'd be defending it. No one gets robbed if they know that the robber is coming to their house, right?
Absolutely, and right now the Brazilian is slowing down quite considerably, and I think, oh, look at that, nice leg kicks there by Roberto Cocco. You can see the energy he has, and he kind of feels it right now. Nice kick, and right now the Brazilian is in a lot of trouble. He's not throwing anything. He finally throws a knee there.
And you can see that he's sucking a lot of wind. I mean, I gave that last round to Cocco, and it looks like he's going to win this one as well. Oh, big low kick there. Beautiful
kick in Cocco. You can just see the confidence building. Nice high kick as well. On down goes Baptista. You can just see the energy's been zapped from him. Cocco just started this round so strong, and I don't know if Baptista has anything left.
He looks to me like he went down out of sheer exhaustion. I mean, he took 4 or 5 straight hard low kicks, and now he looks like he doesn't want to get up.
That is it. How about that? Roberto Cocco lands a high kick, and Baptista was just beat. He was exhausted, did not want to get up, and that's the end of the fight. Wow.
Great redemption fight there for Roberto Cocco since the last time we've seen him. And interesting, again, like I said, with Baptista de Sousa, sometimes he can be like a Jekyll and Hyde fighter. Last fight, we saw him knock Shakudo out, and this fight here, he loses by knockout.
And it was interesting, you mentioned Cocco. What a great redemption fight, as you mentioned. I mean, he was a guy that got tired in rounds 4 and 5 in his last fight. Look how great he looked in this fight. I mean, just got stronger as the fight progressed.
Oh, there it is, a beautiful high kick. We want to see that from another angle. Try to get it from the front for you guys so you can see how that kick landed on the target.
Here it is. Good job by crew. Kevin, Steve, and the guys giving you another view. Great high kick there lands.
One more time here. Wow, interesting. That kick, I mean, it did have a lot of power. He hit him on the guard, but I just think it was sheer exhaustion. I don't think he wanted anymore. You can see him walking down. He's coherent. He's got his hand up to protect himself from another shot and completely exhausted.
So there he is, Roberto Cocco. What a great victory for him. It was just amazing to see him come back from sheer exhaustion in his last fight to have so much energy to finish strong.
Really good win for Roberto Cocco after his last loss, and it's a great fight for him. I mean, against Jibby, who knocked out our #1 ranked fighter in the super middleweight division. The division is a little bit confused right now with one fighter winning, one fighter losing, one fighter winning. You can't really determine who's #1 at the moment.
Yeah, the division is really upside down, as you mentioned. I mean, so many guys. I mean, it's just flip-flop the entire time here in Super League. It's been amazing to see.
Well, I'm hoping that I'll have to go in and clean up that super middleweight division. That's my job here. I'll be Clifton Brown, the custodian.
There you go. We will look to see you see you very soon. Right now, both fighters acknowledge one another, shake hands. You see the good sportsmanship here in Super League. Roberto Cocco going into the opposing corner, getting congratulatories from the corner of Baptista. Right now, just feeling good. You see his reaction. We're going to get an interview with Roberto Cocco here in a second. End of the fight, you see Baptista is fine. He just came over and gave Cocco a congratulatory hug. Let's hear for Cocco right now, your winner tonight in Super Fight.
Roberto, congratulations. We didn't saw you in Super League since 1 year. You was afraid about the heavy punch of Baptista. So what was your tactic tonight?
I saw Baptista in the match with Shakuta. I know of his punch, very heavy. My tactic is kick more, and entering his guard. He have a heavy punch, but a large punch. My tactic is a short distance, fighting short distance.
So congratulations and see you soon in Super League.
Okay, thank you. Bye, you.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. And as Cocco said, I mean, his strategy was pretty simple. Avoid the big shots and continue to move around. Where does he fit now in the division?
Well, I think with that win, he steps into #4 in the division for his ranking, and it was a really good win for him. As he mentioned, Jibby had a big looping punch, and he just wanted to stay in close, and he did it well.
We'll have more Super League action right after this.